Hello, my loves. So, I wanted to share with you. I had been sharing on my Instagram stories that this month, potentially for me, is a really, really full on month. And I wanted to share my planning kind of process with you all in the hope that it maybe supports you. So, I am a huge advocate of planning and organizing and scheduling and all those things. And, some people think, well, I don't like to plan. I don't like to organize. It makes me feel really restricted. But actually, it has the opportunity to give us the complete opposite of that. So when we know what's happening, when we know what's coming up, we can begin to prepare for that so it doesn't catch us off guard. So as I mentioned, August for me is a really, really big, big month. And I want to be excited about this month. We've got some incredible things happening, both within my business and within my family. We've also got some difficult things going on within our family. This is the month where we are clearing our family home of my mum and dad's possessions and cleaning it. And there's a lovely new family moving in there at the end of this month. So we need to be prepared and organized for that. We have our wedding anniversary this month, which is really, really lovely. And my daughter goes up to secondary school, so this will be her first year at high school. So that's a really big kind of emotional and exciting thing as well. We've got family holiday, kids are still off school, so juggling that work-life balance. And within the business, I'm so excited because we have our retreats coming up. So this is the first time I've done kind of an overnight retreat. And it's been so exciting organizing it all, preparing it all. And I really want this to be the most incredible, blissful, empowering, relaxing, connecting experience for the people who are attending. I've got corporate sessions I'm doing, just looking at my little list here. I've got corporate sessions I'm doing. I've got one collaboration I'm doing. I, of course, have the Spirit and Soul membership where I deliver classes every single month and I prepare that kind of month in advance as well. So I've got that going on, my coaching clients that I'm currently working with, and also my brother's coming up to visit. And then we've got 5 weeks to calm. This is the last week of 5 weeks to calm this week. So I really want to be there to support those people on that course to get the best from that experience. So when I realized I had all these things going on in the month of August, I was like, this has so much potential for overwhelm. And that is the last thing I want. I want to be going into these retreats feeling I've written my words for the month are aligned and blessed. I know that it was such divine guidance to create this space for people. The teachers and guides who are coming in and supporting me, all the things that I've hired, the marquees, the toilet, the bell tents, food, catering, all these things really, really came so divinely. And I'm so blessed that all that happened. And I want to maintain that beautiful sensation as I go and deliver these retreats. So I want to guide you through the process of how I mapped out my August so that I can go into it feeling really supported and clear and mindful. And most importantly for me is to feel really present. I want to feel present in each and every one of those activities because I don't want to miss a thing this month because there's so much goodness, joy, and excitement. So, what I would ask you to do if you want to create a practice for yourself is firstly to carve out some time. So, I do this every week, both at the end of the week and the start of the week. I plan daily. I also plan and reflect monthly. And this is part of the Spirit and Soul membership as well. Actually, the end of every month, we meet together, we celebrate each other, we create some actions and intentions for our month ahead. We reflect on the things we've struggled, reflect on the things we've learned, so that we can move forward from this really beautiful, intentional space, creating the life that we desire. And this is what planning offers you. It offers you the opportunity to align with what you truly want. And this is so important, because otherwise you get to the end of the month, you feel like if I didn't know that all these things were coming up and I had to prepare for corporate sessions, and suddenly I was like, oh my gosh, I've got that on Thursday, and oh my gosh, I've got this on Saturday, and oh my gosh, I've got, you don't you're not, nobody wants to be in that state of overwhelm. Yeah, I don't set out the month like, oh yeah, let's just embrace the overwhelm. I want my month, as I said, to feel joyful, mindful, present. So in order to do that, I need to get really intentional about the activities I'm doing, the support that I need, how I want to feel and show up each day, and how I want to show up throughout the month. So allow yourself some time and space. I'm obviously releasing this video at the start of the month. If you're listening to it on audio, this is applicable at any time really. But find yourself some time and space. Grab your journal, grab your diary, grab your calendar, maybe make yourself a nice cuppa, light a candle, put yourself into a beautiful state. So in the membership this month, for example, we did a really nice meditation to help set us up for that. So we did the sunflower meditation from the Spirit and Soul membership, which is really about embracing and connecting to the energy of the sun, pulling in happiness, joy, vibrancy, all those kind of emotions. So you're setting yourself up before you start diving in. So, do that. Also grab a calculator. So calculator, planner, journal, diary, calendar, something yummy, maybe some nice essential oils, crystals. Make it a joyful experience. So do all those things. Maybe do a little bit of breath work or a meditation, like I said. Release. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful. So you can make this process, try and make it as simple as possible. It can take, as I say, quite a lot of time, or not a lot of time. It's up to you how much you want to do. I'm going to guide you through some questions that I worked through with the members this month, and also share with you some other practices that I have done for myself this month to make it really, really helpful. So I want you just to think about how your previous month felt. So in this case, this is going out in August. If you're listening to it later, how did your previous month feel? So in this case, it'd be July. How did July feel for you? And I will share some of these questions in the comments of the video as well. So thinking about how it felt, that could be a word, it could be something that happened, it could be, whatever it was came up for you. For me, it felt long. I was ill in July. I felt quite overwhelmed at points. And that's why I knew that in August, I really wanted to be prepared. So how did your July feel? Then thinking about what progress did you make? So we always, sometimes we can feel that we're a bit stuck, but actually I guarantee that you will always made some form of progress. So whether that is that you painted your garden fence, or whether it is that you finished something within your business that you wanted to do, whether it is you got all your kids' school clothes ready, whether it is, you finished a course that you were doing. Thinking about what progress you made, and it can be small or it can be big, but just recognizing that you will have shifted, moved, and moved forward. Then thinking about what was your biggest learning or biggest lesson, what was your biggest realization through the month of July. Maybe making a note of that. And then I want you to think about what's really important to you right now. So right now in your life, what is really important to you? Get really clear on that, because often we put our own needs at the bottom, not because we're like, having really crap boundaries, or that it can sometimes be that we just don't know, like we haven't stopped to think about, okay, what's important to me right now? Is it rest? Is it health? Is it family? Is it finances? Is it as I say, I'm just saying this because this is one of mine, finish a course that you're studying. But, what is it that's really important to you right now? So for me as well, like as I move forward, what's important to me is to really support the people and attendees of my retreat so that they can have the most incredible, empowering, transformative, restful, connected experience. These are all words that I really want them to feel, experience as they do that. So what's important to you right now? For me personally, in my personal life as opposed to business, what's important for me is my health. My health is really important. Rest is really important. My spiritual connection is really important. Then thinking about how can you do more of what's important to you? What action will you take? What will you prioritize? So for me personally, and I'm just giving examples because sometimes that makes it easier for you to connect with, but for me, the actions that I am taking are meditating daily, journaling daily, and 10 minutes of yoga daily. That is going to be my 3 core things I am prioritizing for myself. Okay, what is your main focus for August or any month? If you're listening to this later, what is the focus for the month? Connecting with that. I'm kind of looking around, see my journals here. I think my one's in the house, but what is your focus? So I have a business focus and I have a personal focus. So my business focus for the month is the retreats. But my personal focus is really about feeling connected and aligned. And that's words that I've used in my business as well, aligned and blessed. But what is your main focus? Then how do you want your month to feel? So how do you want August to feel? Thinking about that. And then you can create a word. So maybe those 2 things relate. So how do you want August to feel? So some words I wrote down were grounded, joyful, connected, euphoric, aligned, joyous, spiritual, blessed. Sometimes, because I knew this month had the potential for being really overwhelming, I have chosen states that I know I won't feel overwhelmed in. Whereas other months, I have had words such as focus or clarity or intention, or I want to feel powerful, I want to feel empowered or strong. So picking what is right for you. One word, I always fail at this. My 2 words on my board in front of me are aligned and blessed, but one word can be really supportive. Then thinking about what action can you take to support yourself in feeling that way. So what action will you take in order for you to feel, so say your word was clarity, what action will you take? Okay, each day I'm going to get clear on what my actions are going to be. Or clarity is maybe I will lay out my children's clothes for school the night before. I'll make their packed lunches. I'll have all that ready so that you feel clearer in the morning. Maybe it's reflecting and journaling at the end of the day. Like, how did I feel? Maybe it's sitting down at the start of the day, looking at your day, getting clear. So that if your word was clarity, those might be some kind of things you would do. So the actions that I've got in order for me to feel aligned and blessed within my business are to pray daily, walk daily, and my meditation and yoga. So you might think, obviously, kind of business actions you'd think might be more like, I don't know, business orientated. But in order for me to show up as the best version of myself within my business, I need to be doing these things in my personal life as a soul aligned entrepreneur. I want to connect from that place of love, that place of spiritual alignment, that space of connection, so that I can show up as the person that, can be the support for people, walk the walk. Yeah. To be my authentic self. And that will then allow me to be fully present at the retreats, to be there, to hold space for these incredible women who have invested in themselves. Right. One thing you can let go of. So think about one thing you can let go of as you go into your month ahead. What would that one thing be? It could be a thought process that's not serving you. It could be the, you know, committing to too many activities. It could be a physical thing that you need to let go of. So thinking about what one thing can you let go of this month, that you don't need to worry about anymore, that you can release that aspect so you don't need to carry it forward with you into your month. Then I want you to think about two people that you wish to connect with. So writing that down, who do you wish to connect with this month? And then make that happen. And it could be, that it might not even be somebody that you like. So it could be a family member, could be a friend, could be somebody you need to reach out to for support. It could be, somebody online that you're like, oh gosh, I feel like I really, really want to connect with them. Then, do that, reach out, connect with the people that are going to light you up, the people that are going to empower you, the people that are going to support you, not the people you feel that you should be hanging out with, but the people you want to be hanging out with or that you need support from. 3, write 3 next steps or actions for August based around, happiness, your life, your goal, whatever your word is. What 3 actions are you going to take? So writing those down, getting connected. Now, I'm going to read you a quote from an author called Jim Collins. And the quote is, if you have more than 3 priorities, you have no priorities. So I do tend to work with a power of 3. I set this, and I do this with my coaching clients quite a lot, where we'll just like set 3 goals each coaching session. I set myself 3 goals each day. Any more than that, you can do more than those 3 things, but they're not priorities. So you start with the priorities. So what's your 3 goals for August? So I've got my work ones in front of me. So that's kind of maybe a bit easier. So I have retreat success, deliver a great session for a corporate that I'm working with, and to set up my affiliate program. So that is my 3 work things. I don't have my journal out here with me just now, my personal one, but I had in my journal to arrange to see, I've got a group of friends that I've known since I was 5, and so arranged to meet them in the month of September. I had put down an action to reach out for support, which I have done. I've reached out to 2 specific groups of friends for support as I move through the month of August. And I have also put down to reach out to someone whose horse I'm going to go and try. And I've pretty much done those already. So I got the clarity, I did those. Maybe I need to set some more. But, having those 3 actions will really, really support you. So keep it simple. I would, grab your diary, look at the month ahead. What do you have coming up? Maybe break it down into home, family, finances, work, social, health. You can do it that way as well. So breaking it down, what do I have going on? And once you recognize what you have going on, then you're going to want to kind of think, okay, this week looks really busy. The next week, not so much. Is there anything I can shift from that week into the next week? Will I be able to maybe prep meals for that week, knowing that it's going to be busy? Okay, maybe I need to cancel some things or reschedule, so you can begin to take control of your time. And that is going to be so powerful. Just knowing what is going on and when it's happening can be really, really powerful, so that you can shift things about so you don't have pockets of like extreme stress and then pockets of like twiddling your thumbs. Yeah. So begin to manage the time, get intentional. Then you can do things like create an affirmation or a mantra. So in my own personal journal, I have an affirmation about feeling really grounded, connected, that I am powerful, that I can create my own life, and then I trust in source, trust in the universe to support me through this month to deliver some incredible things, but you can create an affirmation to support yourself. It might just be something really simple, like I am powerful, I can do this, or I am calm and confident, or whatever you feel you need to support you. So that's another thing you can do. finances. So this one is one many years ago I was absolutely shocking at. However, not so much anymore. I am fully aware of my budgets each month, both within my business and within my home. And I really urge you to do the same, to look at what you have coming out, look at your expenses for the month and start off the month so you know what's happening. What expenses do you have coming up that month? What money do you have coming in that month? Okay, do you have quite a lean month ahead of you? Or actually, maybe you're like, oh my gosh, I've actually got way more money than I thought I would this month. And you can choose what to do with that. If that means like, oh yeah, I can go and do that course I wanted to do, or I can go out for a meal with my friend, or maybe I want to invest it or save it for something else that's coming up. You can have that awareness. If it's a leaner month, you can begin to think, say your friends are like, okay, let's all go out for dinner. And then you can maybe say, well, actually, would it be okay if we went for a walk and took a picnic, maybe just like take our coffees with us or whatever. So you can still do the things you want to do, but from a space of awareness, rather than getting to the end of the month and thinking, oh, bugger, yeah, that like you don't have enough money to make it through the month. So you can begin to have that awareness. So map it out. Awareness is key. Awareness, intentionality, planning. And that's what I'm saying. Then you can feel freer. You can begin to take action on the areas that might have the potential to feel overwhelming or stressful. You can see the pockets of time. I urge you to schedule time for yourself. I've done that. I've blocked some days off. I obviously have a family holiday coming up in August as well. I will make sure that I'm getting to bed earlier so I can get up earlier to do my yoga, meditation, and pray before I start my day so I can really, really tune in. So yeah, that is me sharing a little bit about how to plan your month ahead. But grab your diary, see what's happening, get it all out on paper, look at the gaps, decide, this is kind of a little brief synopsis, decide how you want to feel, what actions are you going to take to feel that way, what support do you need in order for that to happen. So maybe it's asking your husband or wife or partner or a friend or somebody else, like, okay, can you help me on such and such a day? Could you pick up my kids on such and such a day? Would you be able to make dinner on such and such a day? Would it be okay if you hung out the washing and did that? This week's going to be really, really busy for me. Enlist support. Maybe it's emotional support. So the support I reached out to my friends for were like, okay, August's massive and I want to feel really present and mindful. Can you please hold me accountable in my yoga practice? And two, like, can you just be there for me, holding space and energy for me? And my friends have come back and been like, yes, absolutely. Let's do this. So, reach out for that support. And I want you to know you absolutely got this. If you want any help or support on kind of planning, scheduling, this is all things that we do within the Spirit and Soul membership as well, at the end of month, maybe in a little bit more of a gentle, more emotional way, and spiritual way. But having the strategy and the spiritual aspect and all that will lead to such a beautiful aligned life. So sending you so much love. Let me know if this has been a support to you. Please reach out for any help or any questions about anything I've said. And yeah, I can't wait to connect with you soon. Sending so much love. Bye.